When you guys get pregnant, do you plan on telling your followers soon, after, or wait? Have you considered switching to a different fertility clinic after this mistake? I just didn't know that's where we were going with that question. What characteristics did you look for in a sperm donor? I want to make clear what retired donor means. Hi everybody and welcome back to a new video. Today Larry and I are gonna sit down and film a Q&A. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
You guys have lots of questions regarding our pregnancy journey and just regular kind of day in the life questions. So we are gonna go over a lot of those today, actually like so many of those. So get your coffees, get your teas, get your beverages ready. So here we go. The first question is, how are you both? I know the fertility journey is tiring and wanted to check in. Lots of love. Thank you and lots of love to you as well. So Larry, how are you doing?
I am well, but I know you're stressed. I'm stressed too, but I know you're stressed and that makes me sad.
Thank you. We're just focusing on what's next, trying to stay positive. There's a lot of kind of like doubts and things going on and with the percentages of success rates, and you know those are in the back of your head and you're trying not to focus on those and you're just trying to stay positive and have faith. So that's what I'm trying to do. I was also telling Larry, we went on a walk last night and I was like, it seems like forever ago that we had our last IUI procedure, because our last procedure was canceled because they missed my ovulation and I still have not started a period yet. So we're still in our waiting zone, but overall I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. When you guys get pregnant, do you plan on telling your followers soon, after, or wait? You wanted me to share, right?
Yeah, we've been on this journey together and I think we should get the news as it comes, with both good and bad. With miscarriages, like that, there's a high risk with that. So most people wait until they're past their first trimester. But our journey isn't we're going to procedures and going to appointments and we're taking you guys along with us for that. So you guys are aware too that we will go in for the IUI and then 2 weeks we have a blood test. And with me sharing that, I don't really think it would be fair to be silent for 3 months, to take you guys along the whole thing and then just stay quiet. But I totally understand why you would want to wait. But yes, we're still going to share no matter what. And then we'll just have to know that during that 3 months time, it will be kind of like that nerve-wracking time. Favorite part of living in Florida? Let's go in with a little light question. The weather.
Yeah, I was gonna say the constant sunshine is wonderful. Do you guys plan on trying for more than one baby, as in 2 separate pregnancies equals 2 babies? So
that's how it works.
So
right now we're taking one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time. And right now with how challenging the journey has been, and I know that other people have gone through it for years and years and years, I almost don't know if I could handle going through it again. And it's financially expensive. It's mentally and physically draining. It's a lot. Anyways, I don't know right now. I'm just taking it time by time. Larry?
Let's get the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is what I was kind of leading into, is what is something you have learned from your fertility journey so far?
Well, the path that we took, we got that proverbial fork in the road and we had to veer off to the right. We're not on the easiest path.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of learning and a struggle, but I hope the end result is success.
Yeah, that's a good from the partner's perspective, because as much as it is for the person going through the procedures and everything, your partner is equally as important and just as important throughout that journey. And you're dealing with your emotions, but they're also dealing with their emotions going through it. So it's very...
And I don't get to see what goes on in the doors because of COVID. I'm sitting out in the car.
Yeah, so he's out in the car. I'm going in alone. It's been a time. What I have learned most, it's not an easy journey. It's not like, woohoo, we're going to get pregnant the first time and it's just going to be so, it just doesn't happen that way.
For some it does.
For some it does, yeah.
Good for you.
But what I've learned most is just to be patient and try not to have the world's highest hopes. There's a difference in being positive and setting yourself up to being hurt more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like me not being educated in the fact that, which was partially my own doing too, that progesterone can delay a period. Make sure you are educated and make sure you ask questions with your clinics. Make sure you are fully aware. But you have to have faith. You have to keep trying. Don't give up. And you'll need a support system, really. If you don't have a support system, message me. I got you, you know, like.
And we even asked the question, what questions should we have asked that we didn't ask?
That's Larry's most famous thing every time we go to an appointment. But that was with the doctor online. You haven't been able to come in with me at all. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm going in by myself. You're having a procedure done. And it's like when you go in with somebody, which is kind of like your point, Larry can be that second ear, second set of eyes, like asking the questions that I'm not asking because I'm going through the procedures and I'm getting poked with needles and catheters. And, you know, when you have your partner there with you, it's very helpful. When you go in alone, it's a whole nother thing.
And her questions would be different than mine. Mine would be, you know, give me the worst case scenario. What should we expect if things go the other way? You know, they do it every day. They deal with hundreds of people, and they're kind of in their routine, and they have their steps that they go down. And, you know, we didn't ask and they didn't tell, and we learned the hard way.
What's the next trip? Which cities would you like to visit the most? Love you guys. We love you too. We don't have a next trip planned.
No, we're waiting to see if we're allowed to travel, and if we are, where can we travel?
We do have airline tickets to use, actually, because we had 2 trips last year around Christmas time that we decided to cancel due to everything that was going on, and they were out of state. So we might look into something, but right now we have no plans. How is the pregnancy journey affecting your body? So overall, I don't notice too much other than when I was taking the progesterone, I could tell that I was a little bit more like emotional, a little bit more agitated, but that also could have been a mixture of PMS starting, even though, you know.
I've been home a lot too, so.
Yeah, you're home all the time with me. We're together 24/7 for the last, like, years. I don't really notice a huge difference. Emotionally, kind of, you know, but physically, not really.
And she's been more health conscious lately too.
Yeah, I have.
Which is beneficial for me because she wants to go walking every day, so I get to walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But what's not beneficial is the snacks this guy keeps in the pantry.
I had some help with that just recently.
Maybe a little bit. But there's donuts, cookies,
Brownies.
Cheetos, brownies, potato chips, and like I'm
No
the one
chips.
that yes, huh?
No,
No?
Rice Crisps.
Crisps, Rice Crisps. I do like some Rice Crisps.
Cool whip.
Anyways, there's lots of things that I'm like trying so hard to say no to. I always watch these health and fitness videos and they say, okay, if you go into your pantry, if you see it, throw it out, get rid of it, donate it, give it to a family, give it to a friend member, get it out of your house so it's not tempting. I can't do that because we eat completely different. So it's like I have to gain control over like the willpower. I have to have the power.
Yeah, I have produce in my refrigerator that I didn't even know ever existed until I met Mindy.
All right, how many kids would you like? See, this is what's changed. If you go back and watch Q&As from before we started this journey, I was like, I would love 2. Like, I just think I'm such a girl mom. Right now, I'm like, 1. I will be thankful for 1. I don't care what the sex of the baby is. Like,
Yeah,
just
I want
one
healthy one,
happy
and
baby.
Then we can let's get our routines and let's get everything.
Yeah, you'll change a lot as you go through this. I've already feel like we've both grown and learned so much from this.
And it differs.
Yeah.
Some people say they want 1 and they get 1 and they end up with 9. And other people say, you know, I want 10 and they have 1 and say, no, 1's good.
Yeah. Which leads to the next question is, do we want a boy or a girl? And like I just said, Larry's always been, I don't care, healthy is what is most important. And I am the same way. I've always wanted healthy, but I always saw myself as like a girl mom, and I'm thankful for whatever I am blessed with. I would love to be a boy mom. I would love to be a girl mom. So whichever comes. Okay, this is a big burning question, and that is, have you considered switching to a different fertility clinic after this mistake? And the mistake being that we missed our ovulation so that we had to cancel the IUI. So those thoughts do pop into your head when things like that happen. You get frustrated because, I mean, you're paying so much for them to kind of like track everything and keep you in order, and everything like that. So it was frustrating, but you don't want to like give up on a clinic. It was one mistake. The progesterone was kind of another thing, but I could have educated myself on that. I just tried to stay faithful to, you know, where we're going. There's so much work that goes into finding your clinic. We both had to go through mental counseling. We had to go through modules. So there's so much that goes into it before you can even step foot inside that clinic. And the thought of having to redo all that and go through all that again, it's so much work and it's overwhelming, and you're already dealing with the journey, so you're just focusing on that. No, I do not want to switch clinics just yet. I'm still keeping the faith because it is the human body. It's unpredictable. If anything like catastrophic happens, which hopefully it doesn't in the future, that might be a thing, but hopefully not. Would you try for a baby in the normal way if the procedures don't work? Larry and I can't have a baby the normal way, which is why we are going through the fertility journey. So Larry had a vasectomy over 25 years ago. We had already started off with vasectomy reversal doctors. He said absolutely would most likely not cause a pregnancy if you did reverse it.
Well, I think they want to know, like, maybe if we had a friend that would be willing.
Huh? Like, would I do the dirty with a friend?
I think so.
The normal way? I just didn't know that's where we were going with that question.
That's what I got out of it with how it ended.
No. I don't think Larry would really be happy with me like hanging out with a guy friend for the night. I don't think that would go over very well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
Okay, there's your answer. What do you recommend for someone interested in becoming a YouTuber?
Do it.
Do it. Number one, be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Stay consistent with your uploading and engage with your followers. I think that that's all really nice.
I have completely violated rule number 2.
Consistency?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Would you consider IVF? I did 3 IUIs and no success. I'm doing IVF now. Good luck to you. Good luck to you as well with your IVF.
Yes.
But the reason we've done IUI is because obviously it is the more affordable option, and we just thought it would work. Maybe it will work this next time. The next IUI that I have, the doctors have said that if they call me with negative news, they will have a plan in place for us, meaning they will give us our options on what we should do next, because as I had said, they usually know after your 3rd or 4th IUI if it will work for somebody or if it will not. I don't know if I would try that 4th IUI, if I should just skip to IVF. I don't know. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to discuss. And like I said in another video, the range for IVF is 10 grand to 32 grand. Why do you want to have a baby if you battle migraines so often? Isn't that little bundle of joy worth every pain that you have along the way though? I mean, the emotional and like physical and the journey in general to get pregnant is kind of painful, but when you're holding your baby at the end, I would assume that it would be the most magical experience ever. To me, the migraines, yes, they're awful, but to have a baby in my arms in 9 months, 100% worth it. I mean, I might come on here one day if I'm lucky enough to get pregnant and I'm puking and migraining, and I'm gonna be looking at you guys like, oh God, this is intense. Like, it's the real deal, but that's what happens. You go through pain to have joy. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think.
If you're having a bad day, that's what I'm here for.
Have you ever got Botox for migraines? It's supposed to be great for migraines. So, funny you asked that. I have never gotten Botox for migraines. I've never had Botox in my life. And then my mom has always been telling me, she's like, Mindy, you should try Botox for the migraines. My mom and I both see the same doctor for our backs, and he does Botox. Mom came out with this Botox pamphlet, and she's like, he does Botox for the migraines. So I am looking into it. I will have to talk to them. But I did read on that paper that you get like 31 needles. Like you get some in the back of your neck, which is great because that's where I get a lot of tension back here. They go into the base of your skull, and then I think they put them up here. I don't know. Looking into it though.
The learning process begins.
Yes. What characteristics did you look for in a sperm donor? This is a very popular question. Like, how did we pick? The most important was the health.
Yeah, there's a lot of screening that goes on, and there's a lot of things that you have to look for, and there's things that if the donor carries a certain gene that she may carry, then it's like no.
So that's number one, and that takes time, like all the screening. And then what was important to us too was like their background.
So like what do they enjoy? How is their family? Like what do they all like to do? Like kind of like characteristics like that. And then we tried to do our best to pick, which is very difficult. You see Larry, and then it's like you see your spouse or your significant other, and you in your head you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to pick somebody that looks like them. And it is so difficult. Like it just doesn't happen because you just see your honey as your honey, and it's just kind of hard. So you try to pick those same characteristics. But with us, we did pick an open donor. That was very, very important to Larry and I. That way, if we get pregnant, once our child turns 18, they will have that option to reach out to the donor if they so wish to do. That was important. But once you do that, you go from 500 donors to 30 donors. So it's just difficult, but that's basically Roomba starting. That's basically, let me go turn off Roomba. That's how we pretty much picked. Do you have anything to add? Did I miss anything?
That was it.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, so I love getting like the significant other's perspective through this. So Larry, what is one thing that you were worried about with experiencing having a baby?
Just if the baby's health and mama's health are both good. I guess that's two things.
What is yours and Larry's favorite month and why? You guys probably know mine. Well, maybe you don't. It would be between October and December because Halloween and Christmas. But I would say my favorite month is October because of, well, not so much in Florida, but still the vibe of like leading into the most magical time of year. You guys know I'm a big sucker for that. Plus the fall leaves, the pumpkin spice, everything, cinnamon, all that good stuff.
Mine would have been July.
No, are you saying it's too hot down here in July for you?
No, every month is my favorite in Florida.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't have to shovel crap.
Ohio?
I hate
The
climate.
snow.
I hate the climate.
Is it hard seeing friends and others get pregnant? No, because I'm so excited because I know how hard that struggle is. Sometimes it's not hard for people and sometimes it just happens and everybody's like, yeah, guess what? You're not gonna believe this, but we're pregnant. And like, I am nothing but excited for that person. Do you wish you would have kept the pregnancy journey a secret until pregnant? Praying for you too. Thank you so much for the prayers.
I can say no.
I can also say no because look at how many people, you know, we've reached and who have contacted us. Like you guys have helped us so much through this journey. Just to have that common ground to really relate to people and the struggles is 100% worth it. Sometimes it's like disappointing when you think you are and then you're having to share the news that you're not. But that is the journey. That is what happens.
Would it be safe to say that we've had over thousands of people that have left us comments that were encouraging and
100%.
Yeah, and that's just you guys showing your love for us. But then there's another probably 1,000 people that say, hey, we're in the same journey and we're going through the same thing and we're on number 11, we're on number 12, we're on number 18.
It's one of those things where this journey, a lot of people do stay silent until they've reached that second trimester mark. So a lot of people don't share that struggle of getting from, you know, trying to conceive to that second trimester. Like that's such an important time and a lot of people don't share it for very good reasons. Like it's an understandable reason. I think with us sharing it and going through that battle, it's just very rewarding to hear from you guys and your stories. And then it's like, we're not going through it alone. You're not going through it alone. Like we understand. Your coffee order to go, or let's do beverage order to go. So if we were to go to Starbucks, my order would be a cold brew with 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla with a dash of almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. Or during the holidays, I love my pumpkin cream cold brew with the foam on top. So good.
Don't drink coffee.
I know yours. His would be the peppermint hot chocolate if it's chilly outside.
Even if it's not.
Have you ever thought you wanted to use the same donor for a sibling? Yes, that was the original plan, but it's not looking good, to be honest. If the next IUI works with the donor that we have picked, they're a retired donor, which I want to make clear what retired donor means. So retired doesn't mean that they're old.
Yeah, she's not getting samples from guys that are as old or older than me that are retired.
Basically, a retired donor means that they are no longer providing exactly a specimen. So the donor that we picked, they only had 4 vials left, and I and Larry purchased one of those vials. So by the time comes around, the other 3 might have already been purchased by somebody else. So it's just not looking good. Of course, I wanted them, if we had 2 children, I wanted them to be full siblings, but I just don't know. I'm just trying to take it day by day with Larry and just get through it and just get pregnant once. Did y'all talk kids prior to marriage?
Yes.
We absolutely did. Basically, I was okay with not having children, and then we were getting ready to get married. Our wedding was a couple of months away, and I looked at Larry and I was like, Larry, what if I want to have children? Like, I'm starting to panic. Like, I started to get into that mode of like, we're getting married, like next would be having children and starting a family. And that's part of like that stereotype where you have to get married, reach a certain age, have kids, do this, do that, which you don't. But I wanted it to be very known to Larry. I was like, Larry, I'm starting to panic. What if I want children? I think I want children. Before we had gotten married, I wanted him to know that I started freaking out and panicking about it. So this is something that we have talked about for years and years. We'll be married 5 years this September. 5 years. So yeah, it is definitely something that we talked about and is something very important to make sure you talk about with your significant other before you tie the knot. If you could give a piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? Great question, Larry.
Pay attention in school.
That's a good one. Mine would be, had a little bit of a time and I thought it was the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. You will get through it. You know, those struggles are temporary, and you will definitely change and learn and grow a lot. Like, I am not the same person that I was when I was 18, 19, 20, 21. So just be patient. It's just not the end of the world. You'll get through it. Are you and Larry going to continue doing the Raw and Unfiltered series? So yeah, I kind of started that, and then Vlogmas came, and then I just didn't do it. But we've had a lot going on. Maybe we will do a new Raw and Filtered. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want us to do Raw and Filtered.
That was a good reminder because I forgot all about it. But
yeah, we could do the Raw and Filtered on your channel.
We could.
That's an idea.
Haven't done one of those. Haven't done anything lately.
What series would you recommend binge watching?
How old are you?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the age. Okay, adult series.
Yeah.
Okay, so Downton Abbey, 100%. Game of Thrones, 100%.
Downton Abbey's kind of a family thing. You could do.
Yeah. Bridgerton, loved it. Friends is always great.
Friends is good.
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Age appropriate. Adult.
Yeah. The Shield, adult.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, adult.
I think that's it. All right, guys, we are going to end this Q&A here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below.
That's a big thumb.
And we will see you guys again very soon. Bye.
Bye.